Let's see if that's working. Yay! There we go. We got the mic working. Finally got the audio for the game working. Hell yes, we got everything going. Let's go ahead and get started, shall we? Welcome to the stream. You guys are all doing well. Yeah. Interesting set of circumstances to start the stream. I initially tried starting it a little sooner, and unfortunately there was a minor issue with the sound not properly coming through from the game, from the Elgato. And I was like, what the hell's going on? On top of that, and I didn't realize this until I checked right now, well, the microphone wasn't working either. So we got that going for us. But I got it figured out. We got it taken care of. It's all because of the change to the new headset. So now that we got that figured out, fixed, taken care of, we can get into the game. Yeah, it's been quite a minute since I last played Mass Effect Andromeda, but I figured it's the time to do that. So that's what we're doing. We're getting back into Mass Effect Andromeda. We are playing the game. We're checking it out again. I forget where I was, and I don't quite remember what the hell I was last doing. So we're just getting in there, trying to remember what I was doing, what missions I was working on, and yeah, see what happens. Yeah. Also, I'll leave that for later on. We can get into it. Let's just go ahead and get into it right now. We're just going to load the game. Hello, T-Pack. How are you doing? Wow, yeah, since September 15th. Just got here. Well, we just got started. The stream finally got started, and I had technical difficulties. I'll say that. Because I swapped out the new headset, some of the settings that were stored in the scene collection. Not how to use my keyboard, no. But because the last time I used this, I was using my old headset, and then me switching to the new set and then switching back to the scene collection somehow screwed up some of my settings for the profile and for everything else. So I got it fixed, but I basically shut down the stream to try and figure out what the hell was going on. It's really weird. Just a couple of minor issues that I just had to go through and manually change the setting as to which audio output and which microphone it was supposed to be using. So that's how it goes. That's how it goes. How's your night going, Puck? What you up to, dude? Hope you're having a good night. Farming in Ultima Online. Nice. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. How goes the farming? Is the farming going well? Was going to see if you were playing something multiplayer. No, we're yeah, this week is going to be a little different. I'm getting back into the story mode, some of the story mode games. So we're getting back into Mass Effect Andromeda is what I was playing for. No events on, just grinding bosses. Nice. That's awesome. But yeah, I'm getting back into this week some multiplayer games on tonight and tomorrow, and then Friday night we've got we have a thing going on. I'm helping out with an Extra Life event for the League Esports. They're doing Extra Life this year, semi-remotely. Yeah. So I'm helping them out with an Extra Life event. I'll be streaming on Friday around my usual time, but I'll be going till about 3 a.m. I'll be going till about 3 a.m. because that's when my official slot is for their stream. So I'm going to be streaming from about 9 p.m. till 3 a.m. Yeah, hype, sure, totally. But we'll be streaming from 9 a.m. till 3 a.m. for Extra Life with TLE. On Friday I'll have the links in for the bot, and I'll have a command for it. and sorry, 9 p.m. You are correct. I think I did say both. 9 p.m. till 3 a.m. It's a 6-hour block I'll be streaming from. And but like I have an hour block from 2 a.m. till 3 a.m. to fill up some time, because it's so this will be on both. So I will be streaming on my channel, and they will be tying into my stream and putting it out on their channel, if that makes sense. Using kind of the co-streaming situation going on, because I can't be there in person. So I'm doing it virtually, so I'll be streaming from my house, and then they'll be just tying into my stream to get it on theirs as well. So I'll be talking to basically 2 different chats. Is the plan, and I actually still haven't decided what I'm going to be playing. They just requested that I basically keep away from anything that's mature rated, and I assume that means in terms of like story games that are mature. I'm sure if like I pulled up Call of Duty, they'd be fine with me playing like Warzone, or playing something that's a little more, you know, competitive. But I'm sure they wouldn't necessarily be happy with me, you know, doing like GTA story or something to that effect. So. But yeah, that's the plan. I'm not quite sure what, as I said, I'm not quite sure what I'll be doing. Speedrun something. I could, you know, to be honest, I actually could speedrun. There's a game that it's actually one of my favorite games from the Xbox 360 era that I have, and it's about 4 hours long. And I don't know if I would properly speedrun it, but I could definitely beat it. I could definitely beat it within that time frame. I hear something big and dangerous, and I think it's that thing right there. So let's shoot it. It is a 2-shot rifle. That's right. I remember that. So I mean that is kind of my plan so far. I just need to double check that it's not. But then again, I'm fairly certain. I'm trying to remember how to change my damn guns. But I am fair. No, that's not it. That's also not it. That's it. Professor and I fed our goat in raft named Bigaloo's mom. Okay. Nice. Nice. I saw you guys actually on the raft earlier. How are you guys liking it? It's armored, so that's not actually going to do anything. There's a new update. Ah, I see. So we beat it in once. Really? That's funny, actually. You guys beat it in a single session. That's pretty cool. That's funny. Wow. So it's a short. Is it really just a short game, or is it? Or what do you mean by beat it? Is it one of those survival games, or is it one of those? Is it more of a story game that has survival elements to it? Oh, you beat the update. Okay, okay, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. I gotcha. Oh, that's right. Okay, if I hold... I gotta remember, A, how to play this game, and then B, how to actually... what I was actually doing. I remember coming here for a mission, and now I've forgotten it. So... we already had a co-op save going. Okay, that makes sense. Super OP, everything craftable, tons of resources, amazing raft. Nice, that's awesome. That's very cool. Well, just to remind myself of where I am. I am in a new... I remember it's a relatively new planet. Yeah, that's right. Outpost site. Yeah, we literally have everything. That's awesome. That's very cool. No, the journal. People divided. Settling Kadara. Get Reyes at Rokar. Activate the monoliths. Modern medicine. Go to. Wait. Hold on. String of Reyes. Vidal believes the Rokar are the culprits. He has recruited you to investigate the murders and prove his theory. Go to the crime scene, scan all the clues at the crime scene, mate Reyes at the Rokar hideout. Sorry, I'm just trying to remember. This is what happens when I don't play a game in literally 2 months. Forget everything. I don't remember what the hell I was doing. So, yeah. There's a cave. Station. Oh, there's the slum. Okay. All the way over there. We'll do this one. It's not all the way over there. It's down there. Okay. Hop at the car. A nomad. See if I remember how to drive this damn thing. So far, so good. Remember, I need to. Yep, that's for going up and down hills.
Enemies!
So where's Kesh's grandmother?
You're picking an old scar there, Vetra. Rather not pry it open.
I'm sorry. It's just you're always telling war stories, and I thought...
What makes you think that one's a war story?
Oh my. This really bring down a forward station? So that's awesome. Oh no, the forward station was already down? Okay. Well, in the meantime, smacked by something. Go ahead and head up
All
towards
these
the
caves, it's a smuggler's dream.
Yes, it is.
That construct was reported stolen by both the Outcasts and the Collective. Hostility likely.
Which side do I get out? Okay. The good side. Oh gosh.
Sniper!
It's fine. Come on, show me your face. There's the face. Damn it.
Hit them hard!
What? That should have. Oh gosh. There we go. Gel canister. And I'm just trying to remember the controls. So that's the reload. Melee. Jump, obviously. It's really up there. Is there a way to Yeah, there we go. That's how you put away your weapons. Okay. Got a dash. We got a jump. Okay.
Damn, that sky is something else.
Yep.
Cave over there. Maybe something's inside.
Maybe. Actually, now I don't know which way to go. It's on the far side. Mountain here. I'm driving into a rock. Okay. Played PUBG with Professor and Lou earlier. Oh, really?
About the Milky Way, Vetra.
How was
Understanding
how was
how shit
that?
works. Back home, I knew the politics, the people, the places. Here, everything's new. You can't play the system when you don't know what it is.
I don't know about that. The way the Nexus treated us, Krogan, seems like the system came with us.
That's actually funny. I'm not surprised it was awful. Now the question is, which part of it was awful? Playing with Lou? Playing, obviously not playing with Professor, because Professor is amazing at that game. Was it actually playing with, was it playing with Lou? Was it the fact that you're playing PUBG? Was it a combination of both? So, hey, Alien Gang, how's it going, dude? Hope you're doing well. How's your night going, man? I think the road goes around. Going well, thanks. Nice, nice. How's the foot? How's the fractured foot? Hope you're recovering from that. Remember to keep your weight off it. Keep it elevated. Don't be like my dad and just keep walking on it, expecting it to be better. So there's that. Dr. Greenleer, that's true. That is. I'll tell you what. I called it straight away. Yeah. So when I do screen flipped, right? When I do the games that are on the Elgato, I do it on this side of the screen because that's where the screen is for me visually, right? So I do it mainly to make it such that stream-wise, it doesn't look like I'm looking off the screen when I'm playing, and on top of that, it's over here. So rather than making it, rather than not flipping it, and me still playing, and then looking like I'm looking off the screen, at least this way it looks like I'm looking at the gameplay. So yeah. Just a bit of a psychological thing I noticed when I was watching some of my old streams.
We Turians haven't exactly treated Krogan very well.
You aren't like most Turians, Petra. You know what it's like to hurt a little.
I haven't taken half the shots you have. Still have all my limbs.
Give it time.
Well, you should, to be fair. To be fair, Puck, you should look for some change. Hey, Intermediation, how's it going, dude? How's your night going? Good to see ya. How you been?
Added to your nav system, Pathfinder.
Hello. We got a new checkpoint here. Or not a checkpoint, but it's a fast travel station. So good, man. Can't complain too much. How about yourself? Pretty good. About the same, pretty much. Can't complain too much. Doing well. Yeah.
This is it.
Overall, pretty good.
Actually gonna show up.
I mean, I could complain, dealing with problems at work that I can't duplicate, and they're like, why is it still happening? And I'm like, I don't know. I can't duplicate it.
Reyes should be here.
And it should be fixed, so...
I detect no sign of Mr. Vidal,
Yeah.
Pathfinder. Shall we proceed without him?
What I deal with.
That's not.
Same. Programmer problems, right? Oh,
Were
man.
we too loud?
They are the worst problems.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Pharaoh will deal with you.
Problem is, I've already done that. I've already done that. I've already... here's the thing. It's not even just that it should have. I put in a fix that should have fixed it. I said it should be fixed, and then they were like, "Well, it's not." So, and it's something that that other programmers could be doing. Stuff that I have no control
I
over.
don't need to tell you what happens
So.
next.
No, let's talk this through.
Settle down. We only came to talk.
We don't talk with outsiders. You'll bleed, just like the others.
Oh, will I?
So it's true. You murdered innocent people.
Invaders and sympathizers are not innocent. I will protect my home.
Like it or not, we're here to stay. You can't kill us all.
I can try.
Not so fast. You're late.
I've got a good reason. You'll see in 3,
She is being toxic, that's
Don't
true.
just stand there!
2,
Kill them!
Whoa!
Still mad?
I don't know if the roll was necessary.
Die!
Oh man, hold on. Just believe it's fixed. I wish I could. It keeps coming back though. Well, deny responsibility and call them crazy. Yeah. Problem is, I know it's not my problem. I know it's not our problem. Because everything in my part of the code is fixed, which means that the problem is somewhere else. But I can't duplicate it, but I can't point to exactly what's causing the problem. Because unfortunately, the programmers who are in charge of the other part of the program, you have to prove to them that it's their problem for them to even look at it. Otherwise, they just send it back to you. And it's very annoying. So, yeah, it's damned annoying. It's so much annoying. Yikes. Yeah. Well, I was thinking the same thing. Yeah. Unnecessary tactical rolling. Yeah. You know, sometimes people just gotta roll. I don't get it, but they do. I think she's dead. That's how you switch. Okay. Replicate faster. I wish I could. Come on. Fine, I'll take out this guy over here. Oh, he's also armored. The hell? The hell? He just... Okay. He's dead. Just do half the work for the other teams, so they will do their half pretty much. That is unfortunately exactly what happens with this team all the time. They won't do their job unless you do it for them, pretty much. It's very annoying, and our team is constantly bitching about it. That was weird.
Fun.
Okay. Also, thank you for laughing at my pain. I don't appreciate it. So. Down here. Containers. Ooh, big boy. What the hell is this? Okay. Insert Nelson from The Simpsons saying haha here. Yeah, pretty much. that would be the noise. That would be the laugh. Okay, personal log. Farah Noskos. Today I witnessed one of our own flirting that disgusting blue bartender at port. It took all of my self-control not to slice him open until he stumbled outside the bar. Once we have enough recruits, the entire planet needs to be cleansed of alien scum and their sympathizers. Yikes.
You were right. These logs prove they came here for recruits, then started killing the locals.
And now they're dead. Don't you love a happy ending?
Sure. That nasty-ass bartender has space crabs, or so I've heard. That is the story going around. That is accurate. And you gotta be careful about those space crabs. I mean, they are one hell of a doozy. Ah, there's something over here. Just a receiver, okay. Why am I hearing, something that sounds horrible? Probably
The
just
streets of
outside or something.
Kadara are safe again. You did good, Ryder. Don't worry. I'll let all the important people know who to thank.
Maybe the exiles will see the initiative in a new light.
Anything's possible. Admit it, some of that was fun.
Some of it.
I knew it. You're all right. Don't be a stranger, Pathfinder.
Yay. Mission over. Get the container. Okay. What else we find? What the hell's over here? Oh, it's a thingamabob. Run away! Run away from the big lizard creature. Okay, he's dead. Okay, what other things are we doing here? Station over there, Ford station over there. It's not a mission that has an actual thingamabob, actual location to it. Journal again. Work with Reyes. No. No. Yeah, we'll do this one. Actually, hold on. Go ahead and fast travel over here.
Falling in there.
All right. What now?
Perhaps Reyes has another job for you.
Perhaps.
Oh,
You okay?
fine. Just the old plumbing acting up. Even most of my guts are synthetic. I'd get them replaced, but the warranty's probably no good out here.
Probably. I've got to go through here. Okay. Well, we're just gonna go this way and just avoid them altogether. Following the road, and that should get us to where we need to go.
Nice work. The exiles have quite a setup over there. Won't be happy to see us.
Yeah, no, I gotta keep going this way.
Nakamoto's lab. This is gonna be fun.
We're just gonna run over these poor little creatures. Okay, or that's just not gonna do any damage. At least not as much as I would think, anyway. Rock is decent cover, but it's not great either. Yes, there is.
Wants to join the fun.
I love the pool. That's push. This rock kind of sucks, actually, for cover. And I'm getting hit from multiple directions. Damn sniper over there. Hello. Pick up the iridium roller here.
Looks like outlaws.
Nice shot.
How dare you try and dodge my biotics. Thank you for the ammo and the health. Pick up the stuff. What are you shooting at? Ah, I see. Goodbye.
Wow.
A long ass door. Door to open.
Don't hurt me.
Not here to hurt you.
Please, don't shoot. I'm unarmed.
I'm not here to hurt you, Dr.
Ferenth. Dr. Arena Ferenth.
I only want the Oblivion formula. Then I'll be on my way.
Ryota sent you, didn't he? With a sob story about Sloan misusing his medical breakthrough.
Something like that.
Oblivion wasn't his breakthrough, it was ours.
How do I know you're telling the truth?
Because I'm not hiding behind a false shield of morality. We always meant Oblivion to be a highly addictive drug. That it has medicinal value was a coincidence.
Interesting. Makes sense, though.
Then why did Dr. Nakamoto quit the Outcasts?
Ryota didn't quit. He was fired. Pushed Sloan for a bigger cut. You've had what, one conversation with him? I've known Ryota for years. Everything he does for credits.
But you're different.
I place survival above credits. Give Ryota the formula, and I'm as good as dead. Sloan will see to that.
Why would Sloan kill you?
I've seen Sloane's outfit. Not a lot of doctors. You're too valuable to kill.
She'll see it as cooperating with the enemy. Loyalty's more important to Sloan than brains.
I wonder if I can come back and change this decision.
This is getting complicated. How about we pretend I was never here?
I'll tell Sloan it was a collective attack. Thank you.
Well, the collective did get involved, so... Dosage. Arena. Slums need another re-up. Also, adjust the dosage. We had 2 more die on us. It's bad for business. We want them addicted, not dead. Cadus. Cadus. Lab monkeys should have another batch ready for you pronto. As for the dosage, might be dangerous to adjust without Ryota. I suggest keeping it as is. With all your medical experience, just do as I say. Cadus. Yikes. And I can't talk to her again. Okay, well. That's that, I suppose. Did I get that new fast travel point? I don't remember, actually. I did not. In fact, there isn't one down here. Okay. You know, there's one all the way down there. That's right. Oh. Well, fast travel out of here then. But wasn't there something or other over here? There is. Let's head there. Come on. There we go. That's rude. There we go. We don't have to deal with that. Talk to this person. Cineris.
Taking in the view?
It's spectacular. These sulfur pools are dumping grounds for bodies. People hide all sorts of evidence out here.
Yikes. That's terrible.
And Kadara just keeps getting worse.
My name's Cineris. One day there'll be a reckoning for all these murders. I'm trying to collect the evidence and account for the victims.
That's just bleeding heart crusader crap. I'd rather collect whatever's on the bodies and make some cash.
Yikes.
This is Drexel, a leech. I'd prefer to shoot him, but that would kind of go against the whole grain of my work.
True.
These cesspools are scattered everywhere. If you find any bodies in your travels, let me know. Future justice will thank you.
Or let me know, and I'll thank you right now.
Get it? I don't even know if I remember how to damn well scan with this thing. No. No, you don't want to head over there. There we go. Nothing's close by. It's over there.
This body was dumped here, as Daenerys claimed. I have recorded the location and relevant DNA information for any future investigation.
Cool, cool. Yeah, there we go. Uranium. Must have already got it. Salvage Team 13, The Vagabonds, Log 23. Logging, Caitlin Perot. Why did we ever pick up the helmeted weirdo? Baxter hasn't shut up all night. Even Marcus can't calm him down. He just keeps muttering and picking through the trash on his sleds. Between Baxter being nutty and Pale still being depressed, it feels like the whole team's falling apart. Even finding a new stasis locker didn't cheer anyone up. And why the hell did Marcus make me juggle our ration packs for a half hour? Since when am I a circus act? Oh gosh, Baxter started banging a ladle around like he's calling us for dinner. Screw it, I'm getting the pistol out of... Wow, getting the pistol out of the rover. If that freak tries anything, it'll be the last mistake he ever makes. Yikes.
The locker contains personal items. It is registered to the Parchero.
Parchero? This is from the Asari Ark.
So they're here.
It looks like a salvage team is hunting down these lockers, meaning there's more.
Interesting.
The Solarians are out there somewhere.
Yep.
Another murder victim. I have logged the relevant information.
Okay, no. Get out.
Pathfinder, my sensors read an Andromeda plant sample nearby.
More interested in the animal sample, but okay. Okay, apparently can't scan that. Can scan that though. No,
Water
don't
is
do
highly
that.
poisonous, Pathfinder. We shouldn't linger here.
Yikes. Okay. Load the game. The autosave, they'll probably be right there, considering I just scanned that thing. Well, scan the dead body, I should say. Yep. You know what I mean? Dead body scan. Grab the flower scan again.
Andromeda plant sample detected nearby.
Got it already. Probably not the best place for me to be standing, but... well. As long as I don't fall in, everything should be fine.
That hurts.
Yep. And nothing over here except for the uranium. This might have been a bad decision.
The water is highly poisonous, Pathfinder. We shouldn't linger here.
Yeah. I know. I found 2 bodies in this. If I go to the other side, I might actually find another. But we'll leave that there for now. No man can't be Cull here, but I don't care about that because it's already there. Sure, it's just that got the health and the life support all restored. Over here and talk to this guy.
You're lucky to be alive.
You lied to me, Doctor.
What?
Drop the act. Dr. Farronth told me everything.
Arena's not a doctor. She's one of Sloane's dealers. What did she tell you?
That you created Oblivion together. That it was always meant to be a drug.
And you took her word over mine.
She was very convincing.
More than I was, apparently. By now, Arena's taken the formula underground. We'll never find it.
Sloane would have killed her if I took the formula. I couldn't risk it.
Sloane doesn't murder her own people. She has some standards. I never should have let you get involved. Please, just go.
Okay. Drac, if you could move out the way, that'd be great. Thank you.
I'm talking. You're that initiative big shot, aren't you?
Yeah.
Some might say that.
Don't fret. I'm not gonna hit you up for anything. Nothing specific, at least. You could say I'm disillusioned with the exiles. People here can't be trusted. Sooner stab you in the back than work together.
Yeah.
So, I got no love for any of them.
Get to the point.
Shit, fine. Outlaws got innovative ways of putting stuff together. I bet a smart one like you could learn a lot from scrutinizing our, stuff.
Maybe.
You should check out Outlaw Tech and Materials. Might learn a few things. You remember who gave you the skinny on that.
Okay.
Ryder, perfect timing. You saved me the trouble of looking for you.
Something wrong? Have there been more murders?
Nothing so morbid. This is actually a personal favor.
Okay.
A business rival, Zia Cordier, lifted cargo I was moving for a client.
You want my help getting it back?
We worked so well together on the Rokar job, I thought you'd be willing.
Yeah, we'll do this.
What did she steal?
No idea. Client paid extra for privacy. Considering my fees, it must be valuable.
Sure.
You didn't check?
Honor's got a price, and the client paid it.
Okay.
How'd this rival of yours get hold of your cargo?
Her usual tactics. Got my middleman drunk and stole his ship.
Yikes.
Sounds like you know from experience.
Please, I keep to a 3-drink maximum when I'm on a job.
We cut the profits, 50-50.
60-40. Final offer.
Deal.
When she stops in Kadara, Zia drinks at Krala's song. We'll start there. See if Umi heard anything that could help us.
Okay.
Okay, that's done. Still need to track down Reyes' cargo, though.
Wait, an Asari sword. Oh, that's cool. That's very cool. Oh, remnant technology, and this is Helios. Okay. Interesting.
You can be as rushed as you want.
Guarding the Tempest?
The Nomad. Got some attention when we disembarked, and it's a lot more portable. Seems smart.
That's true.
Only 3 attempts to steal it so far, and 1 offer to buy it.
Interesting.
What was the offer? Just so I know how much I'm driving around.
Negotiations fell apart when he asked if I came with the car. Weird. Must have been something I aimed.
Yep.
Lots of activity. Nothing suspicious.
Take it this beauty is yours?
The Tempest? Yeah, she's mine.
Hell of a ship. We don't get many like her. Colt Dalton, Kadara docks manager. Sloan said to make sure no one harasses you.
Awfully nice of her.
Uncharacteristically so. You must be important.
True. True.
How safe is it here?
Safety's a commodity on Kadara. It depends on how much you're willing to spend. The port's gun-free, but murder comes in all shapes and sizes.
Yep.
Still better than living outside the mountain. It's no man's land out there.
Does Kadara get a lot of traffic?
Since we moved in? Oh yeah. Kadara is one of the few planets in Helios with a functioning economy. Got Angara and exiles from all over Helios moving their cargo through this port.
Thanks for your time.
Back to work.
Wait, what can I scan? Nice. Oh, the sneeze. Okay, adaptive initiative core tech. Interesting. First, remember, a lot of the exiles here are from the initiative, so makes sense.
Come on, Grace. Pull yourself together.
You okay?
What? Oh, yeah, of course.
If you get whatever it is off your chest, you might feel better.
Doubtful, but it's worth a shot. I joined the Outcasts a few weeks ago. Titus tasked me with collecting protection fees. Thought it'd be easy. But we talked to so many people. I got the names mixed up and banished someone who paid their fee.
Yikes.
They didn't protest it?
Of course, she did. But they all do. We don't really listen.
Yikes.
What are the chances she's still alive?
I don't know. Slim. The Badlands are bad. I thought about looking for her, but I can't risk Titus finding out I screwed up. I need this job to feed my little brother. Our mom's still in cryo on the Nexus. He's got no one else.
Does this convenient little brother have a name?
Eli Wessler. I'm not making this up.
Pathfinder, there is an Eli Wessler recorded in the Nexus database.
All right. I'll keep an eye out for... What was the exile's name?
Remy Tamayo. She would have gone to the slums for processing. After that, no idea. The warden might know. Everyone who's banished to the Badlands goes through him.
Yikes. Okay, so we're gonna have to do that in a bit. Again, keep in mind right now all I'm doing is just going through some side quests and just trying to remember where I am and what I'm doing, so.
Relax, Costa. They don't know I was a cop. I'm not one now, no trouble. Pathfinder, feeling out of place at the moment. And side effect? Coming here makes me hate Tan a whole lot more. These were our people.
Yeah, Tan's a bit of an ass. Yeah, we'll get them back.
Our job is to get people home. That includes Kadara.
Glad to hear it. They were exiled to nothing and built up to this. We need that on our side.
Yeah. But it would be nice if we could have a little less, crime and a little more, you know, non-crime.
All quiet for now.
Maybe. I just thought she might be. When the initiative failed us, Lone remains strong.
Personal log. Junseo Noah. New entry. For the first time in, I guess, 600 years, I feel like I can breathe. Sure, the air smells like shit, but I've got a roof over my head and food in my gut. No more running, no more Armageddon planet after Armageddon planet. I can finally just explore. That was the whole point, right? I'm going to start with figuring out the migration patterns of those mantis creatures. Maybe Liger knows. This is her home planet, after all.
Here, something extra.
This doesn't
Mods
make
merchant.
sense.
Okay, interesting. Oh, here's Vetra.
Ryder. Apparently half the people I knew who left in the uprising ended up here.
Yeah.
Good for them, good for me, and good for the Nexus. You didn't hear me say that.
Yep. You're breaking rules.
What illicit activity are you involved in now?
Trading, bartering for goods, favors, services. Doesn't have to be illicit, but it is. We've got problems, and we need help, but no. The brass has to make a point by cutting off the exiles.
And that is
I've
the
got
problem.
a couple calls to make, so I'll let you go.
Okay. See you, Vetra.
Pathfinder. Interested in the Collective's services?
How do you know who I am?
The Collective makes a point of knowing everything and everyone worth knowing in Helios.
You sound more like information brokers than pirates.
True.
The two aren't mutually exclusive.
There's some truth to that.
What's going on between the Collective and the Outcasts?
Officially, nothing.
Unofficially?
Lines are being drawn, Pathfinder. That's all I can say.
Interesting.
Who is the charlatan? No one seems to have a straight answer.
The charlatan is our leader and a private individual. Even I haven't seen them in person.
You take orders from a stranger?
I've met representatives, people who speak for the charlatan and carry out their will. Whoever the charlatan is, man or woman, they provide information, care, resources. It's ours. That's enough for me.
I'm having trouble nailing down what the Collective is exactly.
Understandable. We aren't one thing. Think of us as a service provider. We cater to our clients' needs.
Even if that means killing and stealing from people.
Survival is an ugly business, Pathfinder, but unlike the Outcasts, we aren't governed by hate. If the initiative proved reasonable, I'm sure the charlatan would be willing to work with the Nexus.
Let's say I was interested in joining your little gang. How would I do that?
You're more high profile than our usual members, but it's up to the charlatan who joins. If you have potential, our leader will reach out to you, usually through a representative.
And then what?
For some, that's it. Others may have to pass a test. It's different for every recruit.
Interesting.
Thanks for your time.
Of course, Pathfinder. Of course.
Here's Drac.
That was the strongest drink.
You know, Kadara ain't half bad. Nexus could learn a thing or two.
Yeah.
Why do you drink here instead of Tartarus?
This place has Umi. She gets me. Or at least she keeps pouring.
Who do you think the charlatan could be?
Anyone or no one. A lot of people would rather get behind a story than face reality.
True.
I assume you have opinions about Sloan?
That's putting it lightly. Sloan switched sides, helped the uprising when she was head of Nexus security.
Sure.
I don't like Tan any more than I like her, but loyalty counts.
That's interesting.
How does this place stack up to the Krogan colony?
Hard to compare. The colony's ours. It works for Krogan. But these exiles are onto something here if they can just get along.
True.
Don't have too much fun.
It's early.
You look like you're waiting for someone.
That's my line.
You want a drink or a room?
Information, actually.
That'll cost you more than a round of drinks.
My friend's good for it.
Fine.
Put it on my tab.
See?
What do you want to know?
Zia Cordier. She been around recently?
You mean your ex? Yeah, she was here.
Plot thickens.
You never mentioned Zaya was your girlfriend.
She's not. We drink together sometimes. I drink with a lot of people. Anyway, she was here?
Yeah, met with a Solarian. Shifty guy I'd never seen before. Maybe it was the charlatan.
Anything's possible. You overhear their conversation?
They were planning to meet someone at Spirit's Ledge.
Thanks, Umi.
Whatever. You didn't hear it from me.
If you check the meeting spot, I'll follow the collective lead. Doubt Zia was meeting the charlatan, but you never know.
I'll call you when I get there.
Thanks, Ryder.
Right. Wait, Jaw's in there? Oh my, what? I didn't see Jaw in there. It's Jaw. There's Drac. Ah, there's Jaw. Okay.
Pathfinder, I'm uncomfortable here. I'm trying to be cheerful, but I'm not doing a good job.
Shh, Jal, keep your voice down.
Why? I am not ashamed of my feelings.
Oh my. I think he's gonna start a fight. See what happens. Spoke to Drac, spoke to Jal. It's Cora. Spoke to Vetra. That.
You okay?
None of your business, Enard.
That's rude.
Whoa, sorry. Just wanted to help.
Your kind never just offers something. There's always a price.
Living under Sloan, I can see why you'd think that. But we're not all the same.
You do look different from the others. Cleaner.
So what's troubling you?
My sister, Morga, works the pipes. Makes sure the port has filtered water. But she's been missing for 3 days.
Is it unlike your sister not to check in?
Extremely. We're all that's left of our family. The rest were murdered when the Ket invaded Kadara.
Thanks.
Is Morga's line of work dangerous?
It can be. Kadara's water is highly acidic. Fixing a leaky pipe could result in major burns. But no one knows Kadara's filtration system like Morga.
Look for him.
I'll keep an eye out for your sister.
Thank you.
Pathfinder, we could use the grates to scan the pipes at a safe distance.
Join the Outcast family today.
Hey, here's Pee-Pee.
Ryder. Fancy meeting you here.
You have what it takes.
Indeed.
Ryder,
Sign up for the
I
Outcast.
recognize these people. The exiles. Some weren't exactly pleased to see us. I've been getting a lot of angry looks.
Just watch your step.
I'm not blinking. Let's do what we have to, then scram, huh?
It's understandable.
Just stay away. It's a win-win.
Hello. Doc? None. Outcast Code of Conduct. Okay, Outcast Code of Conduct. Been getting a lot of reports lately about misconduct towards the locals. These actions will not be tolerated. Sloane's trying to build a better Helios, won the Nexus promise but failed to deliver. Wearing Outcast colors means you represent her, and I won't have anyone representing Sloane dishonorably. Since it seems like we've all got different meanings of honor, I've made a code of conduct. Follow it, or deal with me. No disrespect towards Sloane or your fellow outcast. Public beatings are for disciplinary measures only. Drunkenness is fine to an extent. Don't antagonize the Angara, but don't let them get away with shit either. You got a friend interested in joining the Outcast? Great, send them to the recruiter. All new members must go through the proper channels. No unauthorized contact with the Nexus. No association with the Collective. No sleeping on shift. No. Yep, no, that on shift, off shift, do whatever you want, but I don't want to know about it. Protection fees are non-negotiable. All fees collected on time. Don't charge more or less. If anything is unclear, see me, but none of this should be hard. Cadus. Concerning the Collective. Unless given explicit orders to do otherwise, no one is to engage potential Collective members in Kadara Port. Yes, Sloan and I are aware that they have operatives and recruiters in Krallas and the market. Yes, we are going to do something about it when the time is right. Outcasts enjoy our current position because Sloan made the right move at the right time. It'll be the same when we decide to get rid of the Collective. That being said, if you're outside the ceasefire zone, feel free to blast the bastards. Spirits knows they deserve it. Yes. Yikes. No Angaran recruits. Our recruiters have reported a number of Angara interested in joining our ranks. Some of you have even encouraged them. Stop. At least for right now. The outcasts are for exiles only. Not all Angara are happy about our rise to power. Until we know about our new friends can be trusted, they are not outcast material. Cadus. Yikes. It's rude. Oh, there's an Angara in here. Me I can talk to. Interesting.
Oh, thank God. Didn't think anyone would stop. I need you to deliver a message. Please.
Interesting. Why are you locked up?
First, tell me why they've got you locked up.
I may have had too much to drink and urinated on one of the guards.
That's a little rude.
I've always been a bad drunk.
Okay. Depends on the message.
What kind of message?
Nothing illegal. I just need to get word to my girlfriend. She's probably worried sick.
All right. What's the message?
My girlfriend Sela works at Tartarus. Most beautiful Asari you've ever seen. Skin like the ocean, eyes like...
Okay, we get
Jim, the message?
Right. Tell Sela I've run into a complication, but I'll have the credits to pay Sloan's protection fee soon. Ask her to wait for me. Oh, and leave out the part where I'm in jail. Thanks.
Yikes. Okay.
I feel naked without my gun. You know, consider me.
To the slums, yeah. Yeah, that's all good. Right, so where's this spot I need to go to? Okay, I need to go over. Yeah. Let's go to the. There we go.
Sid gets
gets me so frustrated. I try to be firm. She pushes back. I lay down the law. She pushes some more.
See, that's your problem. Kids need boundaries, sure, but they also want to know you're not the enemy.
Our dad would not have agreed with you.
Your dad sounds like a piece of work. Special ops, right?
Yeah, something like that. He never went into details.
Disappeared.
Yeah.
I know the type.
Well, that's a little wonky. Getting there. Okay. Let's try this side. We'll go up on this side. We'll drive around up here where I think. There we go.
No one's here. Meeting must have already gone down.
Let's look around. Maybe Zia left something behind.
Not a bad point. Help! Help! Come on, guys. This is a whole bunch of rubbish. Or rubble. I said rubbish. Oh man. Hello. That's a pipeline.
Hey, Ryder. Something's hidden here.
Yeah.
Gotta be a way to get inside. Sam?
The lock is controlled remotely, perhaps by something nearby.
Think I found something. Looks like a wire. Here they come!
Oh, that's nice.
Maybe this will get us inside.
There we go.
Here goes nothing.
Did it do anything?
And let's see.
Reyes, I found a data pad with what looks like a nav point.
Must be where Zia's hiding the cargo. Probably left that behind for the buyer.
Potentially.
Why not just tell the buyer directly?
Frequencies can be hacked.
That's
Dead
true.
drops are considered safer, especially for a big sale.
Okay.
Did you find anything on your end?
The Salarian is a fence. No direct connection to the collective. My guess is Zia met him to find potential buyers. Let's follow up on those coordinates. I'll meet you there.
Sounds good. Have I scanned this thing? I have not. And now I have. Here. Okay, we gotta go all the way to the other side. Not particularly useful to just use the fast travel, so let's go ahead and not do it. Oh my. Getting gosh, what was the thing in Mass Effect 1? The Nomad was the Nomad is what this one is called, but you know, the Mass Effect 1 had its own thing. Its own little driving vehicle. But I forget what it's called now for whatever reason. I'm getting flashbacks of that. Flashbacks of the Mass Effect 1
Sometimes
vehicle.
I wonder what Sid and I'd be like if we'd had a better home life. Maybe we wouldn't have grown up to be so difficult.
Difficult's good, Vedra. You took what you had and made it yours. That's all any of us can hope for.
If only you'd raised us, old man.
Haha, you would have turned out so much worse. Maybe a better shot, though.
Well, at least he's honest about it. Hey, Original G, how's it going, dude?
We can't leave the
What you up
outlaws to
to?
claim this tech.
How's your Wednesday going? Oh, damn it. That I went the wrong way. I might still be able to go this way though. See. Nope. Game does not want me to go this way. Okay, you know what? I will take that fast travel after all. I'm in combat? With whom? With whom am I in combat? I'm very confused. Over now, hopefully. Hope everything is going well in here. It is. It is going relatively well. Playing COD, working on some stuff, going well. Nice, nice. Nothing wrong with that. How's your COD going? I'm not in combat. Game. Game just lying to my face. G loves cod and all other whitefish. To be fair, I mean, whitefish are pretty tasty. Cod's pretty tasty. Halibut's tasty. Sola's very tasty. Hake or haddock, apparently, one of my mom's favorite. So,
Are you
I don't blame you
worried about
there.
the colony?
Of course, who isn't worried out
And
here?
You don't
apparently,
act like
G loves
You learn
fish,
not
so
to show it.
I can't disagree with him there. I myself, I do love some fish. I do love some good fish. Whoopsies. Although that may have just thrown off my car. You know, screw it. We're here. We're gonna shoot him.
Let's see you deal with this.
Good. What? You aren't dead. That is absolutely amazing. There we go. You're dead now. My favorite is TLE. What? What's... Hold on. Favorite is TLE. What do you mean? TLE is not a fish. Better than Big Lou? Very rare. What about Big Lou? True. Okay, no, you're right. You're right. The one fish. I cannot forget about the one fish. So, you are right on that count. I actually... No. Nothing to scan up here. I've never heard of TLE fish. I've heard of I am the one fish. But, and he is a part of TLE, but I didn't know that he was the TLE fish. So. How far out are we? There's here which I don't really care too much about.
How would you look at that?
Must be how they power Kadara port.
I could get you an upgrade to a bunch of those parts.
More shit to get used to, but maybe when there's less stuff on fire.
Got a point. Less stuff on fire is always good. And I'm at the crossroads. The right way.
I envy your forehead plates.
Well, that's specific.
Headbutts are like shorthand for Krogan. Focused spot like that, you'd make a point pretty damn quick.
Think that's it?
Well, where's this? Oh, the nav point's way out there. Taking me. Oh, that's weird. Just the car just randomly stops in its tracks.
Approaching the scavengers that stole the Angaran satellites and destroyed the search vessel.
What are the odds they'll surrender
Activating
peacefully?
automated forward less than deployment, 1%.
Hostiles ahead!
Mining zones in this region are available, Pathfinder. I've added them to your nav system.
Yikes. Oh, come on. Oh, that's pretty nice, though. Well, it should have been a single hit kill there, but okay. Ah, okay. Nice. I love doing that.
Nice work. Scavengers chopped those missing Angaran satellites into scrap.
I'll have the Tempest retrieve what's left for transport to Aya.
Interesting.
No Angara here. Just our people.
Damn scavs make us all look bad.
Yep.
You never tried looking for your dad.
I tried. I asked around. Loudly. Dumb, huh?
You were a kid.
Sure way to make someone...
Party started without us.
Yep. Please don't tell me it's not gonna let me. Gosh, that is the case. Fine, I'll deal with this stupid thing. There we go.
It's empty.
This is set up, clearly.
What if this was all just some elaborate trick to get you here?
You mean there was never any cargo?
I think.
Bravo. I knew you'd figure it out eventually.
Zia.
You could never resist the big payout.
What can I say? I'm a greedy man.
That's why you don't have any friends. You're selfish.
I don't get to the point.
Skip the small talk. Why'd you lure Reyes here?
He's been taking all the good jobs in Kadara. It's gotten more than my attention.
So what? The local smuggling union got together and decided to take me down?
Something like that.
Ah, shit.
Move in.
Uh-oh. Well, she went down pretty quick, unfortunately. Hell yeah. Almost there. Reach level 25 in single player mode or level 15 in multiplayer. Okay.
I knew I wasn't popular, but I never thought the other smugglers would team up against me. Kind of flattering, actually.
I'd lie low if I were you.
You'd be smart to keep a low profile.
Discretion is my forte. All that effort and no credits to show for it.
Well, you do have less competition now.
There are a few less smugglers in Kadara. Think of it as thinning out the competition.
You and your silver linings, Pathfinder. I should clean up this mess.
Yep.
Zia was a piece of work, but it feels wrong to leave her out in the open.
Is there anything else we can pick up from here? We'll go check other stuff out. Ah, stuff I can scan here. Argon integrated tech node. Interesting. Anything else? Or is that a no? Nope, that's it. Unless... no. I feel like there's another creature outside, isn't there?
Go on. I'll take care of this.
I was trying to. You decided to butt in. What's the current mission then? I keep forgetting to check some of these. We need to go back that way anyway, so we'll just do a fast travel quickly. Come back here, and we'll talk to the warden while we're here too.
All right. What's next?
Perhaps we should check in with Kitus. Can't hurt to try being friendly with the outcasts.
True.
I'm looking for a Remy Tamayo. Any idea where I might find her?
Tamayo. Oh, yeah. She's the one who kept insisting she's innocent.
She is innocent. The outcast collecting the fees made a mistake. Remy paid up.
Well, shit. That's never happened before.
Not here to point fingers. I just want to find her.
Look at you, playing the hero. Last time I saw your girl, she was talking with Johan and his crew. Nasty bunch. I'll send you the nav point to their last known location. Prepare for a fight.
Okay. Thank you. And I need to go to the Tartarus. Odd dancing going on over there. Okay.
Sela, I've got a message from Jim, your boyfriend.
Got it. Don't tell me you really think I'm his girlfriend.
Yikes.
I'm just a messenger.
Right. Sorry. Go on then. What's the message?
He said he'll have enough credits to pay Sloane's protection fees soon. And, to wait for him.
You tell Jim thanks, but I'm happy it's Taurus. I don't need rescuing, especially from a cop like him.
Yikes.
No, I told Jim I'd deliver the message, and I have. You got more to say? Do it yourself.
All right. Sheesh.
I didn't realize there was a named character down here.
Did you find Sela? Was she worried?
Yeah, I found her.
I delivered your message, but Sela's happy at Tartarus.
Oh, so she wasn't worried?
Focus on getting out, Jim.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah. She can tell him basically where he stands later. Just needs to focus on just getting out of there. Okay, another weird little glitch. Yeah. Weird flashing on the screen. And we've had Drac and Vetra on here for a little while. Why don't we switch out for a couple of other... Let's do Cora and PB. So I think what we'll do, we'll try and do this little side quest, and then we'll see. And we'll focus on then getting back to the main quest after that. Hello, visible wall.
Pathfinder, you've got missed calls on the Tempest. Check back when you've got a minute.
Sure. Okay, hold on. Daily side quests. Yeah, we got this one. And where are we going for this one? At least we got the nav beacon there already. Fast travel. Hello? I don't want to toggle the... Oh, I didn't get it. Yikes. Okay. Okay. That's a major yikes in the part. I already got it. I did not. Now I have to drive there.
The water's on fire. That's not natural, right?
An exothermic reaction from the sulfuric acid coming in contact with water in the atmosphere.
It'd be pretty if not for the burning water, and the exiles, and the smell.
Yeah.
Come on, seriously? Every soldier has tattoos. Not where you'll ever see them. Well, we found where the outlaws are camped.
Yeah, we don't have to worry about them, though. Weird that it keeps doing that. It's randomly going uphill, it like glitches out. Well, that is interesting. I suppose there is a bit of a... I just feel like the audio is a little wonked out, like it's out of sync. Am I the only one noticing that? No, if that is the case. Be a issue. Might be able to fix it. Might be being the keyword. Well, buffer's off, so there shouldn't be any. You guys might... No. No, it's fine. Kinda fine. I can't... There we go. I don't see any, though. I do see, however, what are those at? Those things. Nice. You know what, we don't need to do this right this second. We're trying to go past here.
Automated protocols activated. Deploying forward station.
Well, at least now we got the fast travel point. And it should restock us with everything.
Mining zones have been added to your nav system, Pathfinder.
Eh, that's unnecessary. I'm not worrying about it. I'm not worrying about the mining zones right now.
Look at Kadara Port up there. It's like the exiles are playing King of the Mountain.
I think you mean Queen of the Mountain.
I just want to check to see if there is in fact a dead body somewhere in here. The sulfur.
Yikes!
Yikes.
Oh, this really hurts!
Yeah, well, don't go walking in it. Oh shit, oh shit. Right as I say that, my guy's just like, no, we're gonna walk in it. I should just drive the Nomad up to the building rather than leaving it down here. There we go. Yeah, travel to the waypoint. I think I'm here. Not it?
No gun, no credits. I'm not looking for trouble. Wait, you don't look like one of them. You're not here to kill me, are you?
Nope.
I don't want trouble either. I'm from the Nexus.
I figured, but you can never be too careful. Outcast, collective, they'll all shoot you for the lint in your pocket.
Well, that seems rude, but I understand.
Just how dangerous is the water anyway?
Very, unless it's purified. The Angara have a filtration system that takes out the lethal stuff. Still tastes like a Krogan's undersuit. Smells too.
Appetizing.
That's Kadara for you. What doesn't kill you makes you wish it did.
Yikes.
Which team are you batting for? Outcasts or Collective?
Neither. I wasn't even going to join the Nexus Rebellion until my brother convinced me. He died in the uprising.
Yikes.
By the time I had a change of heart, it was too late. Now I try to keep my head down and not take sides. Best way to stay alive, in my opinion.
You get a lot of Ket out here?
Not many. Sloan saw to that when we first arrived.
Interesting.
I've heard rumblings, though. People going missing, tech breaking down. Makes me wonder if she really got all of them.
Yeah.
Stay safe out here.
Yeah, safe.
Well, stay alive. Wait, hold on. New entry. House near the slums was cleared out again. I'll check it out tonight. Gotta be something useful. Only got 34 protein rations left. Running out of food. Hold on. So, okay, I gotta go there. Okay. Thought it was this place, but it is not.
There it is. Last known location of this Johann guy. Hopefully Remy's inside. And alive.
And hasn't become one of the crazies out here.
Yep. Well, that's Johann right there. Johann's down. Wrong place for that mine. Not a great place for that mine either. There we go. At least that one worked out a little better. Oh, hello. You're a personage. Grab these remains. Oh, there's a sniper over there. Interesting. What are you running to? Goodbye.
All right, let's find Remy.
Hope she's alive.
Help me.
Hey, she is alive. Hello. All right?
Are you all right?
They were going to eat me.
My line.
I know.
Yikes.
They brought a group of us here from the slums, said we'd be safe. I'm the only one left.
You survived. That's what matters.
I'm not even supposed to be out here. I paid my protection fee.
I know. The outcast who wrongly kicked you out of Kadara Port. He sent me.
Are they going to let me back in?
At the very least. Grayson, I found Remy. We need a pickup.
Thank God. I'll send a shuttle right away.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thankfully, it was just her, too. Thankfully, it's not like she came out here with her family and they got slaughtered. Just a bunch of random people. Again, not great that these random people were slaughtered, but less painful for her. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no, 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 no. Don't. Oh, boy. I've died from fall damage like that, so. Really? I can't get up there? Yes! Yes, I can. Thought so. Anything worth picking up here, or if this was just a waste of time? Like it was a waste of time. Unfortunate. Okay, let's take a look at our main jobs list then, shall we? Got that one. Turn to the Tempest, ask the outcast leadership about trouble on Kadara. Oh, settling Kadara. Priority ops. Speak to Gil in the Tempest Engineering. Okay, let's go talk to Gil. Fast travel here. Although, you know what? Here's the interesting thing. The moment I go into the Tempest anyway, it's going to pop me out into orbit anyway,
Asari
so
Ark.
we might as well just...
Who's worried? The Lucinia's okay or it's not. Either way, not much I can do. You don't care that thousands of your people are missing? My people can figure it out. I've got Remnant to work on.
PB is very singular in focus. Okay, let's just do an extraction via the Tempest. That'll then pop me into there. They will go into orbit. We'll have to go through a bunch of loading screens to get to yet another loading screen. It's a pretty ship. Very pretty ship.
What's up, Ryder? Why an emergency meeting?
I didn't call it.
I did. Got some disturbing news while we were on Kadara.
Okay.
There's some tension at the Krogan colony on Eladon. It's bad.
Tension among Krogan? You don't say.
I wouldn't waste your time with this if it wasn't important. We need to go.
I agree. Nakmor Morta made herself overlord of the colony. It's weird.
No.
How so?
Our priority is the Archon. We have to remain focused on his next move.
Jall's right.
We won't make any rash decisions. Drax just brought a problem to the team. Let's dial down the emotions so we can be clear-headed.
Well, as long as we're pitching stuff, I overheard outlaws on Kadara talking about activity in the Ramov system.
No,
Okay.
that's the system where the Turian Golden World was supposed to be.
Remav? There aren't any viable planets there. Only an asteroid field with mining ventures run by criminals.
I hear Eladon's pretty rough too. Roving scavengers with nothing to lose.
Sure.
Crap. No one fights harder than people with nothing to lose.
But now that we have the transponder, we're so close to finding the location of Archon's ship.
Our goal is to create our home here. You never know how something might fit in. Anyway, get Callow the nav points for both Eladon and that potential Turian Golden World. We want all our options ready to go.
Yep.
Hey, I didn't say dismissed or meeting adjourned or anything. Meeting adjourned. As you were.
As everyone's already left. Okay. Supposed to go talk to Gil. Hold on.
Yeah? When's the last time you had a normal conversation?
This is a normal conversation.
No. This is you trying to figure me out, categorize my flaws, put a label on me.
That isn't.
Everyone on this ship is an experiment to you, and I've got no interest in being a guinea pig. Kadara Port's pretty grisly, huh?
Yeah.
Probably get into all sorts of trouble there.
Yeah.
And now we're going after the Archon's ship? Sure that's a good idea.
That's all we've got right now.
In the absence of any others, it's an excellent one.
Guess I can't argue with that. Anything else to go over?
So what's your take? Is this Meridian what we think it is?
Everything we've seen, each remnant system we've uncovered, is connected to everything else. The bots, the monoliths, the vaults. It stands to reason that activating Meridian will connect the entire network and rekindle terraforming across the cluster.
So you think we're doing the right thing?
Well, yeah.
I like it when you flirt. I wouldn't want you to stop.
Have I flirted with you? Don't worry, Ryder. I'm relentless. It relaxes me.
Okay. I'll leave you to it.
Thanks for chatting. We'll talk again later.
You know it.
Excuse me.
Ryder has me tinkering with a Ket transmitter. Either of you know why?
He did.
Gil, here's that Ket transponder. The spy used it to get his orders.
What do we need from it?
The location it points to. Should give us a fix on the Archon's ship.
Right.
Think you can figure it out?
I've been looking over the care tech we found so far. It may be a different galaxy, but physics still applies.
Right.
Only so many ways of communicating across space. There. Give it a shot.
Did you connect the...
Shit, turn it off. Careful. That is a direct line to people who want to murder everyone on this ship.
Sam?
I have the coordinates. The signal points to the Tafino system.
Interesting.
We sure we want to do this?
Not exactly.
I don't know. Sometimes I think we're in over our head.
Sometimes?
Here's our chance to find out.
I'm going to recommend a team-wide increase in caloric intake.
Yay, more cans.
Are you sure about that, Lexi? We don't know how long we're going to need the rations to last. Even trading with Kadara and Aya, we don't have a reliable food source in Helios yet.
I'm sure you'll find a way.
You have new email at your terminal, Pathfinder.
I do. Ooh. Check your email. Asari Ark. From Cora. Ryder, had a breakthrough on the location of the Asari Ark. Please come talk to me on the Tempest ASAP. Cora. Acknowledged. Sid. To Ryder from Vetra. Ryder, an encrypted message came from Sid. Says she wants to talk to us. Sounds urgent. Going to need you for this one, so swing by when you can. Ryder from Reyes. Ryder, something interesting just fell into my lap. Call me when you have a minute. Sure. Okay. To Ryder from Avitus Rix. Ryder, I'm hearing rumors that scavengers found pieces of an Ark on a planet called Iladen. Might be nothing, but worth checking out. Avitus. Aya, diplomatic efforts. To Ryder from Director Jaren Tan. When we left our old home, we never planned on having to negotiate with an alien civilization for a new one. Vital we placate the Angara and keep them on our side. They've opened an embassy on Aya, and our diplomatic team is already settling in. I'm counting on you to ensure success. You've established ties with the resistance leader, Moshai, and Aya's governor. Do all you can to learn everything about them and their supporters. The better we understand Aya's political structure, the more successful we'll be gaining their help colonizing Helios. Sure. Error. Carrier signal interrupted. Invitation. Ryder from unknown sender. Ryder must be brief, but I hear my virus was a success and Sam is disconnected. Excellent news. That's kind of what we were waiting for. Disconnected. Excellent news. We should talk in person. I've enclosed the nav point for our sanctuary on Kadara. Thought so. The virus was only a first step. Could be a strong ally in future efforts. Knight. Interesting. Please see me. To Ryder from Captain Dunn. Please. Ryder, please see me on the Hyperion deck to discuss a sensitive matter. Done. Okay. Something suspicious. Ryder from Sadara Nix. Dear Pathfinder, this is Sadara. Oh, it's Sid, Vetra's sister. Everyone calls me Sid. Okay. I know this isn't following protocol because who I am. Because who I contact. Sorry. Because who am I to contact a Pathfinder through their personal console, right? But I know Vetra will tell me I'm overreacting, and I swear I wouldn't do this unless I thought it was something serious. There's stuff going on here that doesn't really add up, and people are getting hurt. Hard to explain. Can we talk in person? I'm in operations. Thanks. Making waves from Reyes. Spread the word at Tartarus and in port of your expert handling of the rogue car. I only made a few embellishments and left out my involvement, of course. Wouldn't want to steal your spotlight, Reyes. Kadara. Hey, Ryder. One of my friends from Kadara sent a list of tips for surviving there. It's mostly common sense, but here's some of the gems. No one knows who the charlatan is. Asking is dangerous. Really careful dealing with Sloane and anyone who works for her. Politics on Kadara is less about who's got the biggest stick, more about who's willing to use the sticks they have in creative ways. There's a hole in the wall placed in the slums that makes the best cup of Quiloa. Okay. Oh, yeah, I'm not done yet. Don't mix Quiloa with other stimulants, no matter what anyone says. Humans only. Don't ask Umi, the bartender, to surprise you. Okay. No. Invitation diplomatic meeting from the Nexus Cultural Exchange to to Pathfinder Rider. We are currently hosting the first Angaran ambassador to the Nexus, Issa de Nevar. Despite the importance of your duties, we hope your next return to the station will coincide with a visit. A cordial meeting between the Pathfinder to first reach Aya and the Angaran ambassador could set the tone for the relations in the future. Respectfully yours, Lana Tesfara, Chief of Staff. Matriarch credits. Track. Last time I was in Kadara, I met this Asari at Krala's who said she'd let me in on a little score. Apparently, there's this matriarch who came over on the Nexus, only she died in stasis. Yikes. My contact says she's next in line for the old lady's credits. A lot of credits, and get this, she says she'll split them with me. Trouble is there's red tape, transfer fees, and she'll have trouble mustering up the credits to clear them. Asked me if I could cover the transfer cost. Sure. I tried to bring Vetra in on this, but she says it's a scam. Oh yeah. I'm not sure. Seems like a pretty good opportunity to me. No! That is so a scam, Drac. Don't fall for it, please. Uh-oh. He already found out. Drac, it was a scam. Do me a favor. Don't tell Vetra. Oh, that's funny. From Lexi. Ryder, thought you should know. I spoke to Jal after some reflection. He seems to accept the process of exaltation cannot be reversed. I apologize if I was harsh before. I can get a little passionate when it comes to patience and my professional opinion. I know you were only trying to help, and ultimately we both just want what's best for the Tempest crew. I will continue to run tests and study the data you obtained from the Cat facility regarding exaltation, but right now I believe what the evidence tells me, which is that exaltation is permanent. Thanks. Sounds bad, kid. From Drac. I thought I'd show you what Struck sent me. A transcript of an audio log that got me worried about the colony. Sounds like Morda's cooking up something. Don't know what to think. Stop arguing with me, Brank. It's payback time for the initiative. They don't care about us. But they will. Soon they're gonna know that I'm Overlord, and once I execute my plan, there'll be no denying that the Krogan rule Helios. Then they'll come begging to us. Okay, Morda, I'll get a team together, gather everything we need. No Krogan bows down to the Nexus again. Yikes. The Brothers McCoy. Oh wait, did I already... I think I already read these. Yep. These are already read. Okay. Cool. Okay, I think at this point... I'm actually... Drac is concerned about the... Yeah. I think this might be the better one to do first. Also, I do want to go talk to... hold on, let's go talk to Cora quickly. She should be right here. And where the hell is Cora? Okay, she's down below.
We got it, Ryder.
You patched up the Asari flight recorder?
Some old access codes, a little data recovery from Sam. We have the Asari Ark's last heading.
Nice.
Nav points are set. We can head there whenever you're ready.
Sure about where to go?
That flight recorder was a mess. Are these nav points solid?
Worst case, we get a little closer. I'll take a good chance over no chance.
True.
We need the Asari and Sarissa more than ever. I trust you to find them before the Ket do.
Okay. Excuse me. I think that is actually. We'll do this mission first, and then we'll do the. Then we'll do the Krogan mission. But I don't think we'll even get to the Krogan mission until next stream, so tomorrow night.
Now orbiting Kadara.
Okay, how do I... There we go. Just... Whoa. That is a lot of system. Okay, where is... Where's the mission that I'm working on right now? No, that's not it. That's not it. That's the one.
Not many signals out here. Even that random radio noise we get from the Scourge is quieter. Eerie.
Most interesting.
I'm picking up something. Deploying probe.
This is Cora's nav point?
Hell yeah. Yep. Cora needs to be there, and we're taking PB as well.
We're approaching the nav points Cora found. Something's there. It might be an Ark, but the damn Scourge isn't helping.
Sam, help out with sensors.
Hard to believe the Lucinia could survive in all this.
Why would the Asari Ark be here?
Might be lost or looking for something. Sarissa will have plans for those decimation hunters. Wrote the manual on crisis situations.
Sure.
The commando you mentioned. You still believe she'll save the day?
Sarissa was a legend even before she was the Pathfinder's bodyguard. She'll have a plan.
Aha! Detecting an initiative vessel.
That's an Ark, alright.
Reading life signs. And minimal power. Multiple hull breaches. She's a wreck.
Does look intact, though.
If she's space-worthy and her crew's alive, that's all we need. Callow, take us in.
I'll try. Must be one docking bay still holding together.
No, that's it.
We're aboard. Any response to comms?
Nothing. Maybe their sensors are busted.
What a mess.
No one sweeps up for guests anymore.
Yep.
Hello? Anyone?
Beginning decompression. Die, you cat monsters.
We're not Cat, we're a Pathfinder team.
Ryder, Lieutenant Harper, and Sam, just send her our ident codes.
Confirmed. Sorry. I'm Captain Atandra, of what's left of the Lucinia. Come up to the bridge.
Yep.
Maybe you can help fix this mess.
See what I can do.
Someone's jumpy.
Yeah. Where's their Pathfinder?
This area saw combat action. No
Yeah.
bodies, though.
Whatever happened.
Status report. Power distribution 9%. Drive core offline. Well, that's why they can't move. Life support functioning at 83%. Well, at least that's still going. Critical damage report. Deck 12, compartments 34 to 38B, maintenance. Compartment 88, hull impacts. They're not doing well.
If the Tempest looked like this, how would you feel?
But you'd vent a Pathfinder team into space?
Respectfully, yes. We can't take any more chances.
Hello.
Sarissa Theris, Pathfinder. Don't mind the captain. Scolding me eases her blood pressure.
Ryder, I hadn't heard you were the Asari Pathfinder.
The last we knew, ma'am, Matriarch Ashara was Pathfinder with you acting as her Tiamna. I served with Asari Commandos, ma'am. Memorized all your battle manuals.
Matriarch Ashara is dead. Sarissa was next in line. Her battle manuals haven't kept the cat off my ark.
Yikes. She's a little cranky.
What happened? Why are the Ket after you?
Matriarch Ashara died trying to negotiate with those Ket bastards, so I took something precious from them, too.
Oh my.
I stole a module containing tactical data, all their secret routes through this phenomenon.
Hell yeah.
We call it the Scourge, ma'am. If we could outmaneuver the Ket through it...
We'd stand a better chance against them.
Their Archon had the same thought. He sent his elite agent, the Valiant, and his decimation hunters after us. We take more damage each time we escape the Valiant. The last assault, he sent forces to board us. Sarissa's theft has made things problematic.
Are they Ket on board?
How many boarders are we talking about?
We're not sure, but for now, they're contained down there. We couldn't do more. We spent our resources evacuating civilians. The Valiant wants Sarissa to pay.
Pathfinders have to take risks, Captain. I've taken my share.
God has preserved me.
What would it take to get the Ark out of here before this Valiant catches up again?
An FTL burn long enough to lose him. But since the evacuation, we've been stuck at minimal power. The drive core is dead.
My people are investigating, but those systems are below deck, with the Ket borders.
Another Pathfinder team could back them up.
Get power for the drive core, and my Sam and I will finish deciphering the Ket data. We'll turn the Valiant's escape routes against him.
Nice.
First rule, always know your escape plan.
The last commando report came from hangar control. I'll give you access. Please be careful.
Yep. Will do.
You okay, Cora?
Pathfinders take risks. They really do. Matriarch Ashara, your father, we roll the dice and...
Hey, sometimes we win.
Yeah.
Come on. The sooner we find those commandos, the better. Was it this quiet when the Arks were traveling through dark space?
Quieter. They weren't busted up back then.
The Lucinia...
True. Hangar control maintenance log. Login technician Sadia. Ergonomic adjustment. Install driver update. Ergonomic adjustment request filed for ops manager. Teflon to learn about seat levers. Captain's request. Override the hangar for... override the hangar door accesses. Override of launch permissions. Got a dozen escape pods launched today. Yikes. Launch is complete. Reinstalling hangar door accesses. Investigate repeated false alarms from hangar doors after reinstall. Not a false alarm. Seal all doors. Seal all doors. Seal all. Yikes.
Here we are. Hangar control.
Hey,
Maybe
look.
fight around here.
We might have a friend.
Must be part of Sarissa's team.
Yep. Hello.
Stop. In the name of the goddess, I'll... Shoot your rescuers. Rescuers? And humans? Your Ark made it?
Yep.
Just about. I'm Ryder, the human pathfinder. This is my team.
I'm Vidaria Damali, Sarissa's new second in command. Sorry about the mix-up. I hope I can help?
Ark needs power.
The captain says we need to restore power to go to FTL.
Yep.
Right. Yes. I've tracked the power drain, and I think shutting the hangar bay doors will fix it. The Ket forced the doors open, and the safeties are draining power trying to shut them.
Interesting.
Why keep the hangar bays open? There's no ships around.
I think the Ket are trying to reach the bridge. Ket can survive in vacuum for a little while. If we shut the doors, the Valiant's pet hunters lose their last escape route too. I pray the power will be enough for FTL. I just...
Focus.
Vidaria, I served as a huntress. Remember Sarissa's manuals. Breathe, purpose, action. Breathe.
Okay. Please take a look at the console. I'll keep watch.
Starting hangar door closure sequence.
Ket! We've got this. Cover the console while Sam works. Nice steady fire! Yes, ma'am.
Hangar door closure at 21%.
Kaboom. You got an invisible one. Yikes, 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 yikes. Get to cover.
Hangar door closure at 53%.
Ah. Come on, show your face. Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for. Easy done, PB.
Hangar door closure at 77%.
Damn it, I hate those things. Thank you. Get out from there. Oh, I hate the wraiths. They're so annoying.
Hangar doors are closed and locked. Ket access is cut off.
Nice. Yeah.
Okay, that should have done it.
So where's our damn power for FTL?
Vidaria? Let's ask her.
Trying to catch up with her. She's running away.
I estimate that several of the Ark's electrical junctions just overloaded.
Shit. Vidaria?
Vidaria, Sam says we lost some electrical junctions.
I know. The overload started a fire. Damn it, that shouldn't have happened.
Be calm, soldier. What could have made him overload?
If there's something else draining power on the lower decks, something big,
Maybe the decimation hunters rigged something up.
I wouldn't put it past those wretches. Those Ket, they must be watching us. If they delay the repairs long enough, the Valiant ship catches up.
Unless we fast.
If we're quick and efficient, we can outmaneuver them.
Okay. First thing is the last stasis pods. I'll go check on them. You could go below, look for whatever's draining power, and maybe help with the fire?
Which way to the lower decks?
The living quarters. I'll open maintenance access. You can cut through.
Okay.
Good luck. May the Ket wither in the void before you.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So I gotta go this way. Okay.
Ryder, it's Sarissa.
We got some power, then a damage report. What happened?
An accident. We're fixing it.
All right, go forward. We'll keep prepping the drive core.
We won't let you down, man.
Of course not, Lieutenant. Sarissa out.
Ugh, it's pitch black down here.
Watch your step.
Yep. Go right here. Or I could just try and punch the wall, you know, because of reasons.
What's this?
The nameplate says Matriarch Ishara, the Pathfinder who died.
Yep. What this is all about, but
Did you know Matriarch Ashara?
Only by reputation. She was a diplomat.
Vidaria's here. I'm almost at the stasis pods. Ah, blast it. No power for elevators.
Vidaria, cut the elevator's mag locks.
Color fun for all ages. This holographic coloring book is set to a simple image of a farm. Someone has scribbled in colors and drawn 18 animals. Scrawls on one side read, "My farm. Plant seeds, watering, can feed them lots of hay." Mummy says we have to go on a ship again. Mummy says I have to be brave. I don't want to be brave. I want to be a farmer. Well, can be a farmer.
Good idea. Thanks, ma'am.
I'm OCD, and because there is no timer.
So many people crammed in.
Yep. Okay. To the Ark, all from Sarissa. You're out of stasis because you are needed on deck early. Unfortunately, you need to know to adapt to a very different scenario than what was expected. To avoid rumor spreading, this is the situation. We are under attack by a hostile species. Diplomatic overtures were rejected and will not be repeated. Regrettably, our matriarch Ishara died attempting to negotiations. I have reluctantly taken over her role as Pathfinder, but cannot replace her. We must deviate from our intended course and attempt to lose the enemy before our rendezvous with Nexus. With the Captain and Tara's approval, I authorize a general evacuation order as we revive civilians. Meanwhile, Mando forces and our survey ship, the Parafona, will perform necessary diversionary actions. I will not underestimate the seriousness of our position. I won't underestimate your skills either. I have faith in you. Interesting. Response from regrets from to Rhea from Saren. For the last time, I'm not shutting up. I went to sleep dreaming of new worlds and woke to fire and screaming and people huddled in dormitories, and they won't let us back into stasis. We're supposed to just crash land on a barren planet in some teeny escape pod, like that's going to be better. I want what was promised, what I gave them my money and my life for, and I'm not going to stop trying to get answers. Yeah, I don't blame him for that. But unfortunately, shit happens.
The cat brought their pets.
Yep. As I nearly ran straight into one.
Really hope these things got aboard after the children left.
Yeah.
Vidaria again. 2 Ket were trying to mess with the stasis pods. Not anymore.
Good work. Remember Sarissa's manuals. Stay low.
I will. The pods are safe. I'll keep tracking that power drain.
Looks bad. Why isn't the fire suppression system engaged?
Either insufficient power, or the explosion damaged fire control.
We could fix that if we find the controls.
And then reach whatever's draining power without getting singed.
Oh. It's Vidaria. The cat saw me. I am trapped in an air vent.
Ready your biotics and pick them off as they pass.
But they'll hear.
You're a huntress, a silent predator.
Okay. Going silent.
Okay. Come on. Hey. Hello. Okay, that was weird. Very weird. Where is fire suppression control? Oh, no, 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 not what I wanted. Not even close to what I wanted. Kaboom. Can't hit him with anything else, so we'll just finish him off then. Cat down. I love that. Shit, I'm low ammo. Well, snipe you guys.
I think the Ket were after the fire suppression control. Over there.
Yep, I agree.
Hit the fire controls, and we can get this out.
Yeah, that's fried.
Ironic.
The electrical junction is damaged. I recommend searching for an alternative.
Agreed. Over there?
Can't see a way to fix it. Any luck, Ryder?
Whatever this powers, the Ark needs fire control more. There, let's try again.
Yep.
Minimal power is rerouted. You may now trigger fire suppression.
Thank you.
That should cool us off.
Vidaria again. I got the Ket. They got me back, but I'm okay.
Nice work.
And with the hangar shut, I managed to track the real power train. Here's the nav point. I'll see you there.
Ooh. And now we shouldn't be getting singed anymore.
Captain Atandra here. We're warming up the drive core, but we need more juice.
Okay.
We're on it, Captain.
Good. The Valiant ship is still out there somewhere. We've lost so many, and Matriarch Ashara. It can't be for nothing.
Won't be. Oh, that sneeze.
Some engineer left before she could clean up her workbench.
These components were taken from Ark systems, including power distribution.
Explains the problems we're having. What could be worth gutting the Ark?
No idea. Let's take the terminal here. To Thala from Giona. Comms still down. Doing this old-fashioned way, we cannot finish the evac with Deck 12 in that condition. The last Ket barrage sheared the hull plating, no atmosphere, and it's hanging by a thread. I've got 100 people trapped on the other side, and not enough suits. There's children. Well, I can't make that call. I won't. Ark maintenance from Lieutenant Anna Jackson. Headed off Ark soon to give those cats something to chase. Our gear got shot to shit in the last encounter, but old habits make me stick it all in recharge. Do me a favor and keep it away from the civvies, would you? No sense someone coming all this way and then shooting themselves in the foot. That's about right. Take a look at the datapad here. Deck 12, hull plating sheared, atmosphere was vented, no time for personnel to well. 100 plus. Yikes, trap, no soup, no time, can't be done. Can be done. No one else dies today. Want to grab the cat by the throat and shake them. Keep driven skinny. Should have been a huntress. Grab. Hold the deck plating in place. No, not airtight enough, but enough for breathers. Solved. Let's see. Ooh, got a sword. Nice.
What is it?
It's like
Looks like an observation deck.
for observing the mess they made of the place.
People must have evacuated from the deck beyond. Ryder, over here.
Yep.
Thank the goddess, you're all right. Here, this is what's draining the power.
Is it?
What is this thing?
It looks like the Ket attack sheared off some hull plating. Then someone rigged up this Mass Effect field device. The field's so strong, it holds the hull together. It would help people evacuate the deck beyond.
Explains the headaches.
And give anyone sensitive to Mass Effect fields a nasty migraine.
No kidding. But they'd survive.
That deck's deserted now. We have to turn the device off.
I tried pulling the plug, but nothing. Can you scan it? Maybe your Sam can figure it out.
That would work.
The device requires 2 people for shutdown. 1 disconnecting the cables, and another at the device itself.
Okay.
I'll handle the device.
Caution. Once begun, the failsafe cycle must be completed, or the device will fuse.
Ready, Vidaria? Disconnecting the first cable now.
Cat!
Watch the device! We'll handle them!
But we need you, Vidaria. You can do this.
Well, if he's just gonna stand like that.
Watch the glass. Don't bother! We've got mag boots, they don't!
There we go.
They're
First
down.
one's down.
Okay, next cable, ready when you are.
Second cable. We're getting there. More Ket! Take him down!
Goddess, how many came
Hello. Pointed is down. Get rid of this little douche. Okay, I'm definitely glad I backed up. Okay, who else is where? Oh.
All right, now the cable.
Yep.
Working on the last cable.
Another attack. They're desperate, Ryder. This must be the last of them.
Oh, this is definitely the last of them. Oh, shit.
This is their last stand. Break through.
Down. Thank you. Oh, I love those combos.
The Ket are down.
The device can now be deactivated.
Yes, indeed. Let's take a look around before anything else happens. Get some ammo, see if there's any containers. I think that door's actually jammed. That one. Yeah, all these are pretty much locked, which is fine.
That noise. It's gone.
If anyone asks, it was like that when we got here.
Teh.
It's Captain Atandra. Ryder, the drive core's coming online. You did it. A few minutes, and we're out of here.
Well, not relaxing yet, though.
I'll take a breather once we're at the Nexus.
Yep.
That's smart. At least sensors are clear for now. Sarissa here. Superb work, all of you. We're almost home.
Well, get going.
It's really over. I should go and help. There might be something I can do.
You helped save this whole Ark. Not bad for your first big mission.
Sarissa should be proud, Vidaria. You'll be one hell of a commando.
Yep.
You'd know, Lieutenant. Thank you for everything. Goddess guide you.
Pathfinder, restoring power has freed up your data cache. It includes the succession log from Matriarch Ishara.
Can you access it?
Forget the data. I need you. The barrier's collapsing.
Ishara, they'll tear the Ark apart. That data is the only thing that might buy us time.
Cat reinforcements approaching, Pathfinder Ashara.
Sarissa, my Samcam. Tiamna, please.
I have to save them, even if I can't save.
Yikes, she got her Pathfinder killed.
Tiamna used to mean guardian of temples, a champion who stayed faithful even when all was lost. Sarissa left her to die.
Hard for me to say she screwed up because we don't know that. She got valuable data for it, but at the cost of the Pathfinder. So, I don't know. I wish there was like a intermediary there. You know, like we can't really choose, you know, just make that decision or not.
Sarissa was forced to choose between her Pathfinder and her Ark. She made the right call.
Look around. Does this look like a right call? Damn it all, Ryder. What do I do?
First, we...
Atandra here. The cat hunters blindsided us. They have a dropship headed for the breach on Deck 12.
How long until we have FTL?
Too long. Sarissa's coming to help. Push him back.
Helmets on, people.
Oh, here we go.
Caution. The mass effect field device is still connected. Remotely triggering it may affect local gravity.
Could be useful. Keep your mag boots active!
And watch the giant hole!
Yeah, what gave you that impression?
Everyone hang on!
Okay, that was pretty fun. I enjoyed that.
We've got reinforcements!
Yep, here they come. Whoa, oh my gosh, did not even see that guy. Nice. He's out into space. Yeah. Okay, let's put a mine right there. And a mine right there. Don't know how well that's gonna work, but we'll see.
Ryder, the Valiant's sending more kets. Sarissa's almost there. Don't let up.
Plan on it. Where are they landing?
Enough! The decimation will not be denied. I will take my prey.
Must be the Valiant himself!
Take him down!
I wish we had the, Yeah, shields are down. that's right, I gotta hit that thing. Hold on. Gosh.
None escapes the decimation's reach.
I hate those warp things. They're so annoying.
They resist their natural superior. Bend the knee or break.
Shut the hell up!
Well, got him to half health at least. It should just be us right now. Come on, there we go. Damn it, he's nearly down. But I'm low on ammo. That'll work. And he's down. Oh, man.
Forget capture. Launch everything. Kill the Ark.
My.
Sarissa!
Incoming fire!
Like the Battle of Kirkus, there's still a chance.
Let's only protect that one section, though.
Lieutenant, please!
Wow, something bounced off? Okay.
Captain, get us out of here!
Punching it. Hold on.
Good timing.
A skeleton crew, but enough to patch up the Ark. She'll make it to the Nexus. Whatever it cost.
You need to talk to Sarissa about Ashara's message.
I wanted to thank you both. That was exemplary work. I'm proud to...
Ma'am? Sarissa? We know about Ashara.
The log survived. Then her final moments won't be
Final?
lost.
You deserted your Pathfinder. You should be better than...
I chose protecting all these people over a single life. The choice they train us to make, Lieutenant.
But you didn't tell anyone.
Because then you wouldn't be their shining hero. And maybe that's how it should be.
Being a Pathfinder means giving them hope. Ryder, you know this, don't you?
Problem is, I don't know. I don't know at this point. I think they have a right to know, though.
They need to hear the truth. Let them handle it.
Ryder, Cora, don't do this.
Sorry, but we need to prep for the Nexus approach. We've got a hell of a story for them.
There's more. Sarissa chose retrieving the Ket data over saving Ishara's life. Our Sam found the succession log.
One of your harebrained ideas got Ashara killed?
The Ket killed her. I had to be sure the Ark could escape them.
And we did, again and again, while they hunted us down. It's only dumb luck that Ryder found us. Who's next in line? Kadara. Maybe a Pathfinder with some humility can do better. You can look to Ryder's example.
I don't know what to do here, because I don't think she necessarily... But then again, it's not my choice to make, so I'm just gonna agree with her.
I worked out okay. Vidaria will find her feet.
I defended you against the Ket. Vidaria can't face them. She's not...
A huntress without the trust of her team. Stands alone. She is a tree in the desert, bearing only defiance.
My own words, Lieutenant.
They're true, ma'am.
Well, what does she expect?
Let's go. They're safe.
That's all that matters now.
Agreed.
Hey, you okay?
Can I just do today over again? And not have a Pathfinder stripped of everything she loves?
Yeah, that wasn't her fault, though.
I put so much faith in Sarissa. But the Asari were just as lost as we are.
Or one, we're not exactly lost anymore.
We know our mission. I think we're finding our way pretty well.
Should have known better than to say that to a Pathfinder.
Yeah.
Thank you for being there, on the Lucinia. Can I tell you something?
Sure.
The old man was right to choose you as Pathfinder instead. I don't blaze a trail. I always look for the mentor, their plan. As a Pathfinder, my mistakes would be worse than Sarissa's.
Everyone makes mistakes. You're still you. Smart, talented, wonderful Cora.
That's what you see?
It's what I always see.
How? You're so important and damn heroic. And all I see in the mirror is Sarissa, the Pathfinder I might have been.
You defended us on Habitat 7, found the Asari Ark, and fought the Ket, all without being a Pathfinder.
True.
That's just my job.
And you're really good at it.
Look, maybe there's things I should have seen in myself and in you. I feel a hell of a lot better with you here.
Would a hug be okay?
Absolutely. Thanks.
Getting our flirt on.
I'm okay. Or I will be. Just have some thinking to do. If I can get you off my mind.
Oh my. Loyalty earned. Ryder has earned Cora's loyalty. Cora's rank 6 skills are now unlocked.
Prepping VidCon communications.
Okay. Interesting. Why are we prepping VidCon communications? Unless it's just to inform Annis or whatever his name is. Whoa. Okay.
Ryder, how's my favorite Pathfinder?
Suvi said you called about something important.
Thought you could use a night off. Sloane's holding a get-together for the locals. I managed to snag an invite. Care to be my +1?
Sloane doesn't seem like the party type.
She sees these events as a necessary evil to keep the people happy.
I'm too busy, Reyes. You'll have to make do without me.
Your call. Don't work too hard, Ryder.
Shouldn't I be calling... what's his name? Interesting. Also, shouldn't that not be there anymore? Actually, no, I need to call it a night. It's already 12:30. Hey, we at least found the Asari Ark, which that should be back at the Nexus now. So when we go there next, it should be there. So that's cool. I'm just gonna go ahead and exit, and then I shall save the game. Nope, nope, save. There we go. There we go. Cool, cool. Well, guys, that's going to be it for me. Thank you so much for hanging out. I really do appreciate it. Been a interesting night trying to get back into Mass Effect Andromeda, trying to remember how to play the damn game. Was where I am, but I think we did pretty well. We went through a whole bunch of side missions for on Kadara, and then we went and found the Asari Ark, which is pretty cool. So I think we did a fair amount of stuff there. I will be back tomorrow with some more Mass Effect Andromeda. We'll be doing some more of the more important missions. So we'll be going to the Krogan colony, trying to deal with that, and then we'll be dealing with the Archon after that. So that's the plan for tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I really do appreciate it. Thank you to everybody who has been in chat. Tay Puck, Alien King, Intermediation, Original G, thank you guys so much for hanging out in the chat, and for everyone who's still lurking. Hey Puck, Original G, Abba Gabba, Dukalax, or maybe it's Duke Alex, Brad Piano, Benkin. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I really do appreciate it. Have a great night, guys. If you guys have enjoyed the stream, please consider hitting that follow button. If you guys would like to see when I go live, the Discord is the best place for that. You can go check that out here. Also, if you guys would like to see how we got started with Mass Effect Andromeda, you can go check out the YouTube channel, where I've got all my VODs up there for Mass Effect Andromeda. And, yeah. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it for me. Thank you so much for hanging out. I really do appreciate it. This is Green Leader, signing out.